Well, the Edmonton Oilers canceled their skate ahead of their matchup with the Seattle Kraken here on Saturday at Climate Pledge Arena as they await their COVID-19 test results from this morning. Will they take on a Seattle Kraken squad that has won 3-1 in their last 5 games as the Oilers, they look for back-to-back wins after ending their 6-game losing skid on Thursday. Welcome to the Oilers TV live pregame show. I'm your host, Tony Barr. Thanks so much for making us a part of your morning. We talked to newly recalled Cooper Marody, who is slotted at center here tonight, according to Glenn Gulletson, and defenseman Slater Koekkoek, who is activated from the injured reserve, along with said assistant coach Glenn Gulletson. Here they are now. Going back to you on a personal level, you get called up here if the game goes on tonight. Can you talk about the opportunity at hand?
Yeah, it's an amazing opportunity. Obviously, you don't get opportunities like this often, and I'm really excited to be here and show what I can do, and put a lot of work in Bakersfield, and took my game to another level and added things. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Can you talk about your season in Bakersfield and how you feel like you've progressed?
Yeah, I've been really working on just competing on pucks, being really hard and defensively, and being effective on the penalty kill. So Coach Woodcroft really helped me develop my game into more a full game, and I'm looking forward to showing it.
It's apparent that you've always had a pretty strong relationship with Coach Woodcroft. When you got called up here, what was some of the feedback that he gave you or piece of advice that you can maybe share with us?
Yeah, he just told me to compete and play my game and show you belong, and that's what I'm looking forward to trying to do.
You've had a handful of stints up here in the NHL. What would you say is the biggest jump or the biggest lesson that you've learned, the difference between the AHL and the NHL?
I think here you just have to bring it every second. Every second you're on the ice in practice, every second you're on the ice in a game, and show everybody what you can do.
As a competitor, how much do you enjoy that challenge?
Oh, I love it. It's playing the NHL is something you dream about your whole life. So I'm really excited to be here.
When you're up here with the big club, do you try to talk to a lot of guys, try to get a little bit of advice from those guys, or do they have any tips that they've shared with you?
Definitely, just be confident in what you can do out there, and it's at the end of the day, it's another game of hockey. I'm just a little faster, just a little more skilled. So just have fun.
Your first game on this recall, what would a good game from Cooper Marody look like?
Just want to be effective in all 3 zones on the ice and show what I can do to, help the team win games moving forward and hopefully stick around.
Slater, you've been out a while here, and maybe you came back a little sooner than some people think. So what exactly happened, and what's the road to recovery been like for you?
It's been a long one. It's been challenging. Anytime you're out, it's hard work to get back. Just a kind of a freak play where my foot got tangled up behind the player on Winnipeg there, and ended up twisting my ankle and when I went into the board. So a freaky thing, but I'm lucky that it could have been a lot worse.
This is an unsettling time for everybody once again, and I know we all go through different things, but what's it been like to sort of just experience this and see the increased rate of testing on a daily basis because of some positive cases with the new variant?
Yeah, it's an exhausting thing. The guys were just talking in the room that every day we're coming to the rink, it's kind of who's next, or is this it for cases, things like that. So it's been a tough few days, definitely. Flying here last night, we weren't sure if we were even going to come, and today with the game going on, so it's been a lot mentally. And once that puck drops, it'll be just the game. But until then, there's a lot of different factors.
Slater, you've been able to kind of view this team at a different angle up in the press box. What are some of the takeaways that you feel like this team can build on, especially coming off the win?
Yeah, gosh. Whenever I went down, it was the same day that Nurse went down, and then we had Duncan, then Cody, and so we saw a lot of the young guys play well, and then the team went through a tough stretch there, and it was nice to get that last win and hopefully start something here. But we learned a lot about the guys going through that adversity and how deep our organization is.
There's no denying how big that win was for you guys, ending that 6-game losing streak. But could a follow-up effort be almost as important, if not more important, to make sure you guys are on the right track?
Oh, definitely. Ken told an interesting story to us the other day that he had the Wings in 08 and they went on a 6-game slide, and then they won 1, and then they ended up losing 4 after that. So it's about stringing a couple wins together. Definitely would be huge for this group.
Can you talk about the difference between chasing the game and playing in front? I know scoring the first goal has been a hot topic in Edmonton. You guys were able to score first, get the win. Can you talk about the contrast of those situations?
Yeah, I think it comes down to playing the game a bit differently. Whenever you're down by 1 or 2, definitely 2, it's you're chasing it a lot. You're trying to put guys in different positions where you have to pinch to try and get a turnover, things like that. So I find our team does best when we're up by 1 or up by, as many as we can to end up playing our game, locking it down, and it also gives the goalie a lot of confidence as well.
Look, the situation is what it is.
Yeah.
How unsettling. Now there's no morning skates. It's very difficult situation for everybody involved. How challenging is this for the coaching staff and the players? I mean, you're all in it together, but what's it like right now?
Well, you hit on it. We're all in it together, so it's kind of good. Like, all the players and coaches are totally communicating, and we're not going to skate this morning because, you guys know everybody has to test and everybody's waiting, and you can see what's going around the league. I think it was is it Nashville that got shut? Toronto just yeah. So we just decided, hey, we'll just wait this out, and you don't win at 10:30 anyway. So 11:30, whatever time we're supposed to skate. So we're just going to wait this out, and we'll come back here at 5:30 and play the game. So we're all on the same page in there. There's actually good juice in there from the guys. And, anytime you go through some of this type of adversity, it brings people together, right? So it's good in that locker room.
We just talked to Slater, and he talked about the uncertainty of coming to the rink every day, not really knowing what to expect. How much of a personal toll will that take on the players and the coaching staff every time you guys come to the rink?
Honestly, it does a little bit. I can see with the players, but I just want to be real with you guys. I mean, our guys that have got it, they didn't really know they had it. So it's not like there's this big anxiety of. It's just almost like you're looking around to see who's going to get it next because no one knows who has it. And all these guys are fit and they're ready to play, and then all of a sudden they're yanked. So. There hasn't been that, early COVID where, there was an unknown. Most of the guys know if they get it, lots of our players have had it. So there's not that type of anxiety, but there's anxiety. Are we playing? Are we not playing? Is it me? Is it not me? So that type of thing. And crossing the border created some anxiety, right, because of the 10 days. So, but other than, the fear stuff of COVID wasn't there. It's just the unknown maybe a little bit.
Not to understate the importance of your last victory, ending that losing skid, but can a follow-up effort be as important, if not more important, to make sure you guys are on the right track?
No question. I mean, you want to burst that bubble, which we did, and then to come in here and have another good effort is going to be important for us tonight. And we're feeling good. You alleviated some things there in that game just with the win, and then you want to try to build on it.
Can you talk about the challenge of taking on the Kraken tonight without guys like Nugent Hopkins and Duncan Keith and some of the top guys who get up some pretty valuable minutes for you? Yeah,
I mean, no one's going to complain about ice time today, and so at the end of the day, that can be a good thing. Guys get charged up, a little bit of excitement there to play, and guys are going to get more ice. I mean, we've got guys coming from, we got Coop and Griff from the American League, and they're going to come up and play, and they're going to get some ice time. So they can provide you with some energy in these types of games and some juice. So we're going to try to feed off all that and the Columbus game.
I'm assuming that Cooper Marody would draw in if possible, but can you maybe talk about his game and what are some of the strengths that he can bring to the lineup and your early conversations with him?
Yeah, well, he's in for sure. So we're right at the number. So he's in. He's going to play center, and Coop's a real cerebral player. He has good offensive instincts. He's going to draw in on the second power play with the way we're structured today. We need to keep some of our penalty killers fresh. He's a power play guy, and he has that skill that he can do that here. So yeah, we're not gonna hide those guys. Obviously, we're gonna ask them for some energy and stuff. We're gonna give them some responsibility.
Stuart Skinner starting tonight.
Stewie's going, yeah.
With all the uncertainty going around right now, what's the most important part about your message here to the guys to be ready for this evening?
Stick together. Just stick together. And like I said, these things make guys tighter. And we're just going to stick together. We've got new guys, and we're gonna come out with some energy. But sticking together is the big thing.